Good morning, traders. Jefferson Fossey here with Walsh Trading. Happy Monday, everyone. It is Columbus Day. It is Monday, October 13th. It's a couple ticks here after 7:45. Excuse me, here in the morning. It is a bank holiday, but the markets are open and trading here today. So let's take a look and see what happened on Friday, what happened in the overnight sessions last night, what may happen here today. Please keep in mind futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk. Certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. So starting off here with this December live cattle. New contract high close. Strong day up here on Friday, 262 higher, finishing 242.52. Yeah, very strong technical day. You did see some profit taking early in the day here on Friday, pushing the market below that 5-day moving average. Didn't quite get down to the 10-day there. Closed up above that trend line support here again. Barely up above it here on Thursday, or very close to it anyway. Very strong push higher here on Friday. Cattle market looks like it wants to continue to go higher, especially the volume. Volume was very strong here on Friday. Stochastics pointing toward higher prices, and the MACD is starting to hook up down here as well. Looking over here, these are November feeders, $1.85 higher on Friday. Not a huge day for them. They did push lower, and we did see some profit taking. They got slightly underneath Thursday's lows, interacted with that 5-day moving average, bounced up, new contract highs, new contract high close here for November feeders. Much like fats, volume was very strong here on Friday. Stochastics are relatively overbought, but if you look back here, the market's kind of stayed that way through most of the life of this contract. MACD's pointing higher here as well. Feeders and fat cattle look like they want to continue to go higher here, in my opinion. Lean hogs, a little bit down on Friday, down 32, staying underneath that 100-day moving average, giving us some resistance here today, right around that 84.68 or so mark. 5-10 days still pointing weaker here. The volume was okay here. It wasn't great, wasn't the biggest we've had. Momentum slowed a little bit here on Friday. Big down day here with Thursday's trade, though. Hog market does look like it wants to stay weak. We might bounce around this 100-day here for a little bit. You know, last time we interacted with it here in the middle of June, that acted as very good support. Now we've been under it for 2 days, 2 closes now consecutively here, so this might be a different picture. Hog market looks like it wants to get a little bit weaker here still. Christmas corn, D's corn's up 1/4 cent here, 4.13 1/4, and finished the week off kind of with a thud. Thursday we were down 3 3/4. Friday closing the day down 5 1/4, breaking out and closing below that 50-day moving average, posting the lowest close we've had here since August 28th. This morning they're up a whole tick. Short-term averages, 5-10 day, they are hooking over toward the bearish side, sell side here on my charts here today. 50-day moving average going to give you some resistance now right around 4.15 422 half is where I've got the 100-day average. Still think they have a shot to try to fill that gap up there, but the market is losing momentum here. November soybeans are up 2 3/4 here in the overnight session. Trading 10.09 half Friday, and just like corn, they finished the week with a thud. Down 7 1/4 here on Thursday, dropping 15 1/2 on Friday to finish at 10.02 1/2. 10.06 3/4. The low on Friday was 10.02 1/2. This morning, they're up just a little bit, about 2 3/4 cents higher. Some comments from President Trump had everybody bear, and then the dealios with the Chinese and the rare earth metals, them with restricting imports, had everybody all bearish here on Friday. Trump said negotiations are going to go just fine here over the weekend, so now we got a little bit of a bounce up here this morning. Short-term averages are still on the bullish side, but we closed below both the 5 and the 10-day, which is not a friendly sign. December soy meal also flipping over to the sell side. 5-10-day moving averages crossing over bearish here this morning. It's down about 3 ticks, 270 $274.70. Not quite as big as a thud, but closing on its lows for the week. Last week down $1.90 on Friday at 275. Seasonally, this is the strongest market. Usually turns bullish here. So do soybeans a little bit, bean oil a little bit more than soybeans, but soy meal's usually the bullish leader this time of year from a seasonal point of view. Just not seeing that move yet. Stochastics kind of mid-range, pointing lower. MACD still in the green, but losing momentum here, and everything is flipping back to the sell side. December soybean oil, it's up 37 here this morning. It was down 97 on Friday, also closing below the 5-10-day moving averages. Those are now offering resistance here at 50.46 and 50.75 respectively. Short term, they're still in bullish configuration here, but the close here Thursday and Friday kind of turned things down a little bit. Volume was fairly high here on Friday, indicating a little bit more selling pressure. Market may want to go down and test this 200-day moving average. And also on the bearish side here, 50 and the 100 days made a kind of a bearish crossover here last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on which day you're looking at there. Chicago wheat continues to grind lower. New contract lows close on Friday, down 8 cents. This morning we're down another 3 1/4, setting new lows here, 495 1/4. The overnight low here, 496 3/4. 494.5 was the overnight low. Right now we're 494 1/4, finishing down 3 1/4 here. Market still looks very heavy. Nothing I see here looks bullish on the wheat chart. Same thing with KC. New contract lows here in the overnight session. New contract low close on Friday, down 6 3/4 at 483. This morning we're trading 481, down another 2 cents. Nothing bullish here on the Kansas City wheat chart here at the moment. Lots of other markets making all sorts of signals here on my charts here today. March sugar dropping aggressively here this morning. It's down 57, dropping to lows. Well, these are new contract lows for the March contract, turning back to the bearish side here. Broke trend line support here late last week. We can take that off of there. Sugar market's rolling over toward the sell side. It is a bank holiday, but bond futures are trading and are open here this morning. They're down 11 here at the moment. On the 30-year bond, my charts flipping to the buy side. 5-10 days crossing over to bullish side. So are the 10-year notes. They're down about a penny or a tick and a half here today, trading 113.03. Keep in mind there is a Fed meeting here at the end of the month, the 28th to 29th. Most folks say, most market participants expect the Fed to lower rates here by 1/4 point. Stock indexes have had some very busy days here. S&P 500 futures rolled over here with Friday's trade to the sell side. They are finding some support from the 50-day moving average, and they are bouncing up here today. But Friday was a big day down 184, turned everything bearish. NASDAQ, same kind of thing. We're up 400 or so here this morning. Short-term averages 5-10-day turning to the sell side, but that 50-day moving average held as support here with Friday's trade. And we've tested it a couple of times over the last few months. Has been support before this time, and it has held up pretty good. I think the stock market just kind of went on sale a little bit. Dow Jones futures up 411 here this morning. They turned bearish here on Friday. They were down 887, close below that 50-day moving average, just like they did here in August. Now we've got kind of an inside day working our way back up. Could this be a repeat of what we saw here at the beginning of August? 50-day moving average test, and everything pushes higher. But short-term averages are on the sell side of the Dow and the Russell here this morning as well. It's up about 41.5, also holding that 50-day moving average of support pretty well there. That's what I know here today, folks. Hope you have a great week trading. And if you got any questions, comments, please reach out. Let me know how I can help.